News Now is brought to you by the Bank of Guam, the People's Bank, Docomo Pacific, island-wide, worldwide, the choice is clear. And Micronesia Renewable Energy. Go solar for zero money down. From the Pacific News Center in Hagåtña, Guam, here's Clint Rigel and Janella Carrera with Betsy Brown and Roselle Romanes. PNC Sports with Blake Watson and Weather with Rebecca Kim. With your news now.
Off a day and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Clint Rigel and you're watching PNC's News Now. Well, it's been almost 2 weeks since Isaac James was found dead along an access road in the Tangisan area, and police are still looking for the public's help in solving his homicide. An autopsy determined that 29-year-old James died of blunt force trauma. He was last reported seen near the Asen Beach Mart on Wednesday, November the 12th. Police are now trying to determine where he went between then and when his body was found on Friday morning, November the 14th. GPD Supervisory Agent Alan Guzman says any information, even if it seems insignificant, is valuable to police.
And we're finding it a difficult issue where people are not apparently giving us a call so we can follow up on this case. It's still ongoing, and we're still trying to get witnesses or anybody that has no information regarding the whereabouts or the time span that would lead to the day that he was discovered, and that was on Friday morning. So anything between Wednesday to Friday morning, if they have any information that they've seen or know about of Isaac, that please give us a call.
James was last seen wearing a black dethroned t-shirt and blue shorts. If you have any information on this case, you're asked to call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. The Guam Police Department is actively investigating a video circulating online that shows a Caucasian man getting knocked out cold, presumably by a local man. It appeared to take place at the stairwell that leads up to the Vikings and Club Hannah in Tumon. GPD spokesman officer AJ Balahaja says police received a copy of the video a few weeks ago, but no one has come forward to file a complaint. He also says that GPD has not received any complaints or notifications from hospitals treating any assault victims. Balahaja says rumors have been spreading about the man seen punching the victim and about the victim himself, but nothing has been verified. If you have any information about the individuals in this video, you're asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. The new hospital's announcement that there's been a delay in their opening could lead to other concerns for the Guam Regional Medical Cities Management. Chief Operating Officer Gloria Long acknowledges these issues, but says it's to be expected. PNC's Janella Carrera reports.
Guam Regional Medical City Chief Operating Officer Gloria Long says they hope to open at the first quarter of 2015, but at this point, there's no definite date. The announcement comes just 2 months after Long announced that GRMC was slated to open by the end of this year.
The biggest part is we've been informed by our construction company that there is a delay, and so we, of course, have to wait for them to finish. We're waiting with bated breath.
There are many factors that have contributed to the delay, says Long. Among them are weather challenges and changes in building plans.
I'll give you an example. It took 2 weeks to pave the parking for the CUP, our central utility plant. They waited every single day to try and pave, and every single day it rained. We decided to add the cath lab. It wasn't a part of the original intent of the design, and we added it because we had space for future expansion. When we added that piece of equipment, we had to change the medical gas lines, we had to change the air conditioning, we had to change the electricity.
But because GRMC has already hired employees and recruited some doctors from off-island, Long says these delays have affected them financially.
So there is some financial impact. Of course, we have, we hired at the beginning of this month quite a few people, and we have staff that are now training in a warehouse. But we look at it as an opportunity to really fine-tune our training before the hospital opens. So on the one hand, we have a little bit of disappointment, But on the other hand, we're excited that we have more time to develop our skills.
While doctors wait to begin working at the new hospital, Long says they're keeping busy at the GRMC clinic, where physicians have been seeing patients regularly.
We have been seeing quite a few referrals, a lot for cardiology and orthopedics in particular. And so those doctors have been keeping very busy. And we are also looking to have some of our other doctors assist GMH in various projects. They're getting ready to open their urgent care. One of our urgent care doctors, we hope will be working there with them as well.
But overall, says Long, despite some speculation, the delay will not force the company to have to make any cuts.
When you build a project this size, you have to expect delays. There's just no way. There's always going to be some change.
Janella Carrera, PNC News.
The Guam Election Commission is required by law to publish each and every write-in that is received. Write-ins run the gamut from actual candidates to the utterly absurd. Here's a look at some of the people, fictional or not, that Guam voters wrote in for 2014.
It may seem like a waste of time counting write-in candidates, but it's required by law, and it's actually an integral part of the voting process. Why? Because it demonstrates voter dissatisfaction with the current crop of candidates. There were a total of 902 write-ins in the 2014 general election. Here is a look at some of the more notable write-ins for governor and lieutenant governor. Some people wrote in current senators like Frank Ogun Jr. and Tommy Morrison. Others wanted to make a statement, like the person who voted for ABC or any better candidate. Some voted for candidates who they'd like to see run, like Victoria Lola Leon Guerrero and Melvin Juanpat Borja, attorneys Julian Uggan and Levin Camacho, or Kaleo Moylan and James Espaldon. There were some ridiculous pairings like Archbishop Apron and Tim Rohr. And then there were the fictional characters like the team of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, Optimus Prime and Shia LaBeouf, or even Master Yoda himself. There were even more write-ins for senator. Romeo Carlos garnered the most write-ins for senator with over 200 votes if you count both the Republican and Democrat sides of the ballot. Carlos was a candidate for senator who was eliminated in the primary election. Others wrote in actual senators like Tom Atta, Frank Bloss Jr., Brant McCready, Mike Limtiaco, and the late Senator Ben Pangilinan, among others. Then there were write-ins for people who aren't senators but are known for being in the news or simply known in the community, like Drs. Tom Shea and Vince Akamoto, UOG professor Dr. Michael Lujan Bavacqua, attorney John Terlahi, local singer-songwriter Rachel Estevez, radio personality Rick Nauta and his wife Rita, and K57's very own Ray Gibson. Then there were the famous fictional and ridiculous, like Bruno Mars, the Blue Power Ranger, Mickey Mouse, Mr. T, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, and even the Word of John.
Many of these write-ins may seem like a waste of a vote, but at least the person voted. And although he or she may have picked a fictional character, it is a way of voting and making a statement that the voter didn't like the candidates he or she had to choose from. All right, now let's find out what's going on in the world of sports with PNC's Blake, who's barely awake.
So, they got me out of bed today to do a sports report on Thanksgiving. So, the least you could do is join me, right? I mean, I got out of bed, so you should be there too, right? Yeah, sports coming up very soon.
When I put up this business, I needed support. The store was under construction when the Bank of Guam came. They advised me to open a merchant account. They were there until our papers were in order. There was so much to do before the opening. I even got a loan from the bank for ingredients and materials we needed. Today, our fresher, better donuts are proudly being served. Bank of Guam was with me from the start to help make my plans a reality, and I appreciate their support.
You choose your cable TV provider, your telephone service provider, and even your healthcare provider. So why aren't you choosing your energy provider? With Micronesia Renewable Energy's Solar for All program, you now have the power to choose. It's your energy. Switch and save, and start controlling your energy costs. Sign up today and receive a new Apple iPad mini. Conditions apply. Call 632-2613 for details.
'Cause you and I back together again. Got the world in a spin. 'Cause you and I.
Reunited. McRib is back. Buy your first McRib Extra Value Meal and get the second McRib sandwich for only $2. Served after breakfast for a limited time.
Happy Thanksgiving, my fellow Gomanians. The holiday season is here. It's one of the most favorite times of the year. As we shift our attention to decorating our homes and cooking Bonello's Dagu, I want to take this time to thank everyone for helping make this year and the last 4 years absolutely wonderful. Governor Calvo and I couldn't be more privileged to spend our days serving you. May God's blessing be upon each and every one of you. Happy Thanksgiving Day, everyone.
Welcome back to PNC's Thanksgiving edition of News Now. The FBI is cautioning residents to be careful during the holiday season and watch out for cybercrime. In a press release, the FBI gave tips for consumers to follow in order to protect themselves from cyber criminals. Cyber criminals can strike through email, social media, websites, through mobile apps, and of course, online shopping. For example, the FBI says scammers often use emails to advertise hot ticket items. So they warn to make sure you trust the source of the email. And if you're not sure, don't respond or click on the email. Be careful with people selling items on Facebook or other online sites. Check your bank and credit card statements regularly, and always protect your credit cards from wandering eyes. Don't give out your personal information online, like your social security number. And if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. If you feel like you've been a victim of cyber fraud, you can report it to the FBI by logging on to www.ic3.gov. With Thanksgiving now here, the holiday season has officially begun. Harvest Ministries will kick off the festivities this weekend with their annual Festival of Lights on Sunday. PNC's Betsy Brown tells you what you can expect.
Get ready to feel the spirit of Christmas. Harvest Ministries will present the 5th annual Festival of Lights the Sunday after Thanksgiving. In addition to unveiling an impressive light display, violins, cellos, ukuleles, vocalists, and students will bring you the sounds of the holiday season during the event.
Our Harvest Christian Academy High School Band is going to be playing some fun Christmas music, and they just are not going to want to miss out. There's going to be 90 kids playing in this band.
About 500,000 individual lights are being used for this year's Festival of Lights, covering almost the entire campus.
It just brightens up this whole campus, and we actually start the whole preparation like towards the end of September, and lights start going up like early October and then all through the month of November, just so we can be ready.
And if you're worried about the amount of energy such a display requires, Harvest is using LED lights powered by solar panels.
And really the desire and drive of the Festival of Lights is to invite everybody in the community to come out in our village and the island and to really celebrate Christmas.
Admission to the festival is free. The fun begins Sunday, November 30th at 4:30 p.m. Betsy Brown, PNC News.
The Guam International Raceway wants to bring back the old tradition of fiesta races. Matt Rios of the Guam International Raceway Park spoke to the Mayor's Council, saying that in the good old days, villages held motocross races during their fiestas. Rios says these village races allows them to provide dirt bike riding clinics in each village that they hold a race in. Rios says the goal is to keep the sport alive and encourage others to join in. He says the sport encourages camaraderie amongst the kids who race their dirt bikes.
This goes back to our heritage, our culture, to accept anyone and everyone as family. Why not join this camaraderie on the same days we honor and celebrate our village patron saints? The GIR proposes bringing back the fiesta races. We want to showcase these young and talented Guam riders to our island community.
Rios says their sponsors have agreed to include these village races as a part of the races that they sponsor throughout the year. All right, now let's check in with the ever chipper and always hardworking Rebecca Kim.
Hey, it is Thanksgiving! Thank you, Clint, for working today. You are the hardest working man ever. Oh well, all of us here at PNC are. Just don't want to get in trouble by other people here. Welcome to PNC's weather forecast. I'm Rebecca Kim. It was so sunny today, but tomorrow is going to be a little different. A tropical disturbance or trough is about to pass to the south of the island and will increase the cloud coverage as well as the shower coverage. Take a look. Partly cloudy with isolated showers tonight. Mostly cloudy and breezy tomorrow, then back to mostly cloudy on Saturday. The northeast winds 15 to 20 tonight, going up to 25 tomorrow, at highs around 89 and lows near 77 degrees. On Saipan, expect increase in clouds tomorrow as well. That's it for me, and this year I am so thankful for my husband. He has been so faithful, sincere, and loving, and I just cannot be happier than this. You enjoy your Thanksgiving as well with your family, and thank you always for choosing PNC. Remember, you are mine and our boss. Salute!
I'll be waiting here for you when you come.
Okay, I'll see you later, bud.
To me.
Hey, I'm sorry. I decided I shouldn't drive home last night. I stayed at Dave's.
When you come home.
I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
Very excited.
Wanting to go for Dad!
What a surprise!
This is my new boyfriend, Mark, I was telling you about.
Nice to meet you. Oh. Gotta run, honey.
All right.
Oh, it was a pleasure. So easy to dip, so hard to put down. New rolled chicken tacos. Tasty shredded chicken, all rolled up with your choice of dips. Only at Taco Bell.
Looking to tint your ride? With 1 year, 3 year, and lifetime warranties on 3M tinting film, Pat's Tinting and Detailing is the place to go for all your tinting needs. Complete detailing packages start at $169. They also carry base-proof window tint. So cool your car down with tinting from Pat's. Located across GTA in Upper Tumon, call 647-SLAM today.
This CNN News Source Report is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Have a good one. You're welcome.
Tis the season to ship packages out to loved ones, or maybe send something to yourself on that must-have list.
Get a little note on your door, and you have to play tag and go pick it up.
But it's also prime season for criminals, who in broad daylight seize the opportunity to grab those hot items right off your doorstep.
The tracking number said it was delivered, but I never got the package.
Imagine this. Perfect strangers walking up to your front door and walking off with the merchandise.
I mean, who's at their home in the middle of the day just able to wait for a package to show up?
And coast to coast, no one is immune. With online retail sales topping $200 billion last year in the U.S., and that's expected to grow this year by about 10%, according to shop.org.
I always felt like I was being punished by the current delivery system for having a full-time job. And, you know, the question was, why can't this be delivered when I'm actually home?
Meet Xander Adele. His new San Francisco startup, Doorman, has the retailers ship your package to them and not your home for $4 a package.
Once it arrives, we notify you on your phone, and then you use the Doorman app to schedule delivery till midnight, 7 days a week.
A bold business model, as others have tried and failed.
You've got to have a big workforce of delivery people. And so I think that, yeah, that's very ambitious. That's very tough.
Ambitious, maybe. But if their business can eliminate the risk and prevent scenes like this from happening, it could be the shipping model of the future. Nick Valencia, CNN, Atlanta.
This CNN News Source Report was brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
Blue is the new black. Shop at IT&E during Blue Friday. Now is the perfect time to get that phone you've been waiting for. IT&E stores will be opening early this Friday to offer you huge savings. So head to your favorite IT&E location for free giveaways and hourly specials, and be sure to like us on Facebook for more great deals and updates on our specials. Plus, get huge savings all weekend long on the island's hottest handsets. So be there early to kick off your holiday season with IT&E's Blue Friday.
The Chevrolet Cruze, loved in 119 countries around the world.
Now get this well-equipped 2014 Cruze LS for $21,999 or just $112 per paycheck. Head into AK Chevrolet today.
Hey, Hoffaday, thanks for joining us. So thankful you could on this Thanksgiving edition of PNC Sports Now. My name's Blake Watson. The JFK Lady Islanders continue their winning ways. They face the Simon Sanchez Sharks. We'll have the highlights in just a minute. But first, we crown new champions in the Robbie Weber Youth Soccer League. GFA held their competition for the Under-17 A-League Championship. And we have more in the Budweiser
The PNC
Sports Report.
Budweiser Sports Report with top headlines and action of all your favorite local sports.
Now, with the conclusion of the Triple J Auto Group Robbie Weber Youth Soccer League, Wings Red forward Kaito Inoue will look forward to competing for another championship title with his team, the JFK Islanders, that in the IIAAG Boys High School Soccer League. In the Under-17 final of the Youth League, Wings Red defeated their black counterparts, Wings Black, 7-4. A trio of goals came from Tui Mashita, 2 from Inoue, and 1 each from Isaiah Laguteng and Ricky Katsumata. Yuta Kalanda scored twice for Wings Black, and teammates Philip Cayuga and John Anthony Cruz contributed 1 goal each. In the battle for third place, the Southern Heat defeated the Paintco Strikers 3-1. Riley Jones had 2 goals, and William Naden also had 1. Jude Cruz scored for the Strikers. In other Under-17A matches, ASC Trust Islanders defeat Quality Distributors Reds 6-3. They had 4 goals from Leon Bamba and 1 each from Devin Mendiola and Jeffrey Ho. Jason Kim scored twice for Quality, and Andrew Baldwin also scored for Quality Distributors. Community First Dedido Soccer Club defeated the Guam Shipyard Wolverines 4-2 the final in that match. In the Under-14 division, the Paintco Strikers White finished with the best record for the division title. They beat out the Wings 5-0 the final.
This sports report was brought to you by Budweiser. Grab some buds.
Now we bounce over to girls basketball action. The JFK Lady Islanders did something this season no one else has been able to do up until that point. They handed the Academy Cougars their first loss of the season. They continued their winning ways against the Simon Sanchez Sharks, who are about middle of the pack when it comes to the standings. Here's more. The JFK Lady Islanders have won 4 of their last 5. Simon Sanchez, they've lost 4 in a row. The Lady Islanders set the pace and forced the Sharks to play their style of basketball. JFK strike first and do not let up in the first half. Lady Islanders shot 52% from mid-range on the night. They also get 7 of 12 from the field. Not too shabby, ladies. Sanchez fall early to mistakes. Their communication breaks down, not to mention they lose the turnover battle. Hard to come back from that no matter how good you are. Sharks try and force a scoring frenzy, but the Islander defense is just too good. They give them absolutely nothing to work with. Just ask the Academy Cougars, right? Lady Islanders took an impressive start to the second half. JFK never faltered from their game plan, which was execute and play D, showing that they are one of the teams to watch in the second half of the season. Lady Islanders pull away and leave the Sharks in the water. John F. Kennedy High School will win with authority in this game. 40-24 the final. JFK is off for the next week and a half. Simon Sanchez will look to bounce back against the league's best, Ukudu, next week. Well, that will bring us to the end of another Thanksgiving and another PNC Sports Now report. Until tomorrow, save all the pumpkin pie that you have left over to me. Seriously, email me, blake@spbguam.com. I'll come and clean it all up. I'll see you at the game.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for when you're holding a Bud Light and suddenly Jimmy Johnson shows up and challenges you to the World Championship of Electric Football. And even though your players keep falling over and there doesn't seem to be any rules, you win anyway. Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
When you're ready to turn up your night, turn to Bud Light Platinum, the next generation of smooth, brewed with top-shelf ingredients for a bold, slightly sweet finish. Turn up your night and make it platinum.
Pat's Tinting and Detailing offers complete detailing and off-island detailing for shipping. Affordable packages starting at $149. With 3M paint sealant and wax, 3M Scotch Guard, and a deep steam shampoo, Pat is your detailing headquarters. Located across GTA in Upper Tumon. Call 647-SLAM today.
Half a day and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Betsy Brown and this is your community calendar. Race to End Domestic Violence in the second annual Breakaway 5K this Saturday. It begins at the Tamuning Gym with a showtime of 5 a.m. and a go time of 6 a.m. And if you don't want to get up early for a run, you can try Guam's biggest night race also on Saturday. That's in the evening at the Paseo Riverside Park. ITNE's Parade of Lights 5K returns. Showtime is 6 p.m. and the race begins at 7 p.m. Sign up at any ITNE location. The early race fee is $10, but it's $15 on race day. Dominican Catholic School in Jigo will be holding a Christmas Bazaar on Sunday, November 30th, and also this coming Monday from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. A great chance to get your Christmas presents, and proceeds for the event will go toward the building of their gymnasium and auditorium. Email news@k57.com to see your event on the community calendar.
Reach the right customers at the right time with the right message and see your advertising investment pay off with television advertising on this station. Be where your customers are and show them what you have to offer. Don't waste your time and money hoping they get the message. Invest it properly and be sure the right message reaches the right people at the right time while they're paying attention. For more information on putting your business or organization on this station, call Glenn Lujan at 477-5700.
And we'll end out the show with a special Thanksgiving closer put together by Chief Photographer Alan Bobbin. All right, and from all of us here at PNC, thanks for watching. Stay Maulik and happy Thanksgiving.